So Cass is going on a trip to West Virginia. And welded in. Yeah. Somebody booger welded that helmet. Have to grease that too. Anyways, she's going to do rally prep, scouting locations, blah 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 blah. And this Wrangler ain't been bolt checked since I did it last. I don't know, sometime last year. So, all along as we do some bolt checking, make sure everything's tight, make sure nothing's gonna come off on her while she's doing West Virginia roads. Basically by herself. She'll have her sister, but basically by herself.
Get him in that nose.
Get out of my nose.
Yeah, let me get in that ear. Let me get in that eyeball.
Stop.
Little snelly snail. He's got something in it though. Is your entertainment. Your entertainment is really reaching. He's trying to get you. Roar. Roar. He's really coming out of the shell, ain't he? Golly. Those will work. Alright, hold on. Put your hand underneath here. Just underneath here.
Why?
Like right about
Why?
like that. Like close your eyes.
No.
Close your eyes.
Why? Why?
There you go.
Ew.
It was on your wheel.
It's like trying to come out of a shell.
Yeah.
You're home, bro? Oh, that's not good.
What?
What you found?
Oh yeah.
I wonder why I didn't have a pen.
Mhm.
I can tell you touched it last.
Well, I can tell you, it wasn't very loose, but it could have easily come apart easy. Ooh. Sorry about that. This was good. On the battery. There it is. Filter. Gross. Very. Looks like it's supposed to be white, it is currently black. Yeah, we're this thing. I'm getting halfway through this thing. Easy enough. And this one will check once we get above ground. Let's keep on our once around. Checking over some stuff, figuring some stuff out. I'll take a video of everything too so I can watch it all back later and go, okay, that needs to be looked at. I've already checked all these nuts and bolts. I know these for sure are nice and tight because we did a wiggle check. This project will be coming with JK44, probably electric locker at a later date after the old chair car is done up, and then the old buggy in the background, which if it ever quits, I'll work on getting transmission cooler rewired because the butt splice came out, because, well, it's a butt splice. I brought DC connectors for it. It's back up in there somewhere. But this will be next up on the chopping block. Let's get some wiring out of here. I don't know what that is. Probably the one that on over here. Get all this right extra wiring up here. Do not need. This is important for something. Got connectors to do things with. Probably glow plug stuff. Glow plugs. Get all this wiring pulled back in. Dash out the dash. Grab the wire cutters. Hold tight, folks. Alright, so I've been gone for a minute. Bowl peanuts in a bread pan. Alrighty, now we're getting into the wiring. Gotta figure out how this all is going to come out. I believe, from my limited years of experience on this, we gotta get rid of this. Pull these wires out because we're not using these anymore. Let's do this, let's do this. That's just wiring going through there. Anything aftermarket, we are getting rid of. Something to do something. Anything aftermarket. I need to save. I want to save this grommet. I need to figure out how to do that. I need to figure out what that. I want to save this grommet. It's not done. That's still all hooked up. I'm going to have to unhook all that. Watch this. We're going to have to get gauges for this thing. We're going to have to get all sorts of stuff. I want mechanical gauges. I want mechanical oil, pressure. I want all of that still. Relays for stuff. How's this one bolt again? I always forget how this one works. I think I gotta unbolt this from the inside. I'm 100% sure. What's this? Speaker wire. Nice. Yeah, speaker right here apparently. Let's see where this goes. It's just tied up and pop you out. There we go. Pull all this stuff back in. Put you back up in there. When you do, we are going to keep the wiring for the wiper motor because I will re-pin this harness, put it back through this grommet with all this stuff. I'm sure you can't see. Okay, cool. But we need to get all this wiring figured out because half of this is not going to be ever used again. Actually, 3/4 of this will never be used again. What is this pinned up for? This is going to be pinned up for crank position for RPM. That's going to be for RPM. I'm going to get inside the X-Jack. Upside down to figure out where the damn wiring go. Yes, ma'am? Yeah, magnetic. We need really good magnets and hooks.
I can't find it.
Why?
Every time I use them in the bathroom, it's all off the wall.
Oh. Oh.
They say they hold 25 pounds.
Hey, don't swear. I got.
Are the peanuts good?
Mm-hmm. I grabbed the ones from the bottom of the pot. I'm gonna try to grow some peanut trees out in your yard. Okay, I need a light. we go. Now I can see. How does this come apart? So that comes up. And that comes out. Yeah. Go grab a screwdriver. Oh, and just for some giggles, I think it's pretty rad right there. Suction cup is sick. Does everything I need it to do. Love it. Don't fall off the bumper. This is my first time, by the way, taking apart an X-Ray this far. So if I'm doing anything wrong, don't tell me, because not that I don't care, it's just it's an X-Ray. Well, do you get this off? I know. My extension, yeah. Watch me struggle for a little bit. You're gonna watch me struggle for a lot of it. Alright. Ain't no way this is metric. I guess that's it right there. It's a damn quarter. Have a little baby extension on. Oh, now I'd have an extension on. Golly. Too much stuff down here. Too many stuffs, too many wires. This is gonna take forever. I'm gonna have to speed all this up in video. My DJI is about to die. That is annoying. I'm not gonna get a car back. You go do that right there. You're at that. Then we're back. We're still not done, but now the DJI ain't gonna die. Ready to come out yet? way of everything, big fan. Alrighty, that's out. Ish. Where's the rest of these go down to? Well, another piece of the puzzle gone. Wow. That had a lot of dirt in it. An impressive amount of dirt. How do we keep all drawing? And I'm gonna put you right there. You right there. Alrighty. Don't mind me coughing. I'm basically at COVID for a month and a half now. Whatever. Huh. Wonder what's next. Probably figure out there's a little dot pepper down there. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this as video to figure out where exactly everything is down here. So I have some different fittings than he does, and I think one of these is a little drain tube. I'm not even 100% certain. Now that kind of makes sense in his instructions. Alright, so what you guys can't see is I'm working on this little block off plate down here, which I have just small oil fittings on it right now because I was trying to figure out flows, stuff like that. I'm going to put the derail thermostat oil dealio right here somewhere, I believe. Yeah. Because it doesn't have a filter on it just yet, but I want to put it up kind of high enough to where if we do cut out any of this stuff right here for a coilover or anything like that, heck, maybe I'll put it up. I'll put it up. Where do I put it? You can throw it up top, up here. I can throw it back here. Well, I don't have 90-degree fittings, so it'll just have to fit where it fits. You know what I mean? These are M14 by 1 something, maybe. That's part number from Evil Energy to fit. Hold on, let me turn the light off. There we go. It's just gonna go in this upper port up here. I got a turbo feed line. I need to grab a little more. Plenty of room. Go around all this, even the glow plugs, and boom, plenty of room on this one. Perfect. I didn't get the PVC line because I just couldn't find anything, but as you can see, it's gonna be running up and around, back side of the motor, and I'll show you the front in a second. Okay, so here's where we're ending up. This is gonna be for my own records, so I can figure out everything. Hood stack, got the gasket, need to get shorter bolts. I'll take measurement for the shorter bolt in a second. Start working on figuring out lines, figuring out how this is all going to go together. Glow plug relay, mounting location. Need to figure out power steering. That'll be next. I'm going to put the oil filter, remote oil filter, probably right here. The battery's going to go either over here or in the back. Haven't decided yet, because there might be two batteries. I have two matching batteries that would fit this thing perfect. So probably oil filter relocation kit somewhere right here. I'll make something that comes up off of here, most likely. We'll see. I gotta figure that one out still. Power steering pump. I gotta figure out how all this stuff works, because apparently there's some sort of timing, maybe some vacuum stuff. Glow plugs all look like they're attached, but I'm not 100%. So we get those figured out. I need to figure out the next step, which is going to be interior. Figuring out all this wiring. I'm going to have to pull out all this wiring, get all this out of here, because we're not going to use a stitch of it. Also need to find a throttle cable. Throttle cable is supposed to go in right there. Need to figure out the wiring for the wiper motors, because we're going to keep the wipers, I think. Maybe. I see. Yeah, we're probably going to keep the wipers. I'll just have to find wiper arms. What else? Need to find the dipstick that goes in here. We have oil for it now. Waiting to put oil in it. That way, you know, just in case I gotta take the pan back off, something or another happens. That whole deal. I have to prime the oil system still. I need new fittings for down there for the oil block off or oil kit relocation. I need to figure out what this is for. There's like a nipple on the back here. I imagine it's some sort of coolant jacket deal. I need to figure out what that's for. What else? I need to figure out how to route all these hoses, because there's a hose here, gonna be a hose here, gonna be a hose here. Haven't decided if I'm just gonna get the thermostat housing relocation kit. I have not figured that out yet. What's that? What else? EGR. I need to figure out if I can just keep the EGR like it is and not use it, or if I need to make a block off plate for down here and then up here. Let's see, what else? I need to figure out what to do with this. If this bolts up somewhere, if I can just cap it off down at the bottom. Also need to go through and tighten up motor mounts. Motor mounts are all, half the bolts are in, half the bolts are not. There's one back there that's not quite fully in. There's one right here that's not fully in. Looks like the stud's coming out of the block, so not a fan of that, but if we gotta put a bolt in it, we will. Not that big of a deal. Gotta figure out what all these vacuum lines go to. There's Y's on Y's on Y's on Y's, and it all comes out of that little module, so I need to see if I need to get rid of that whole module. Like, what am I doing with all this? I also need to see about making a manual shutoff. So do I need to make a cable that comes on this to pull that way, or I don't even know if we're keeping this. I don't know how any of this works. This I assume is throttle, but it's very loose up there, so I need to figure out what that's going to be all about. What else? This is all for my own record / I'll throw it up on YouTube just because we have one of the belts that we need to be able to just run everything, but it won't run power steering pump, because I didn't want to run the power steering pump, but I wanted to run the water pump and the alternator to see if the alternator was charging. So I have the belt for that. Vacuum pump. I need to figure out how, if we're using this vacuum pump, how it works, what I need to connect to. I have some hoses sitting over in the box still about this area. I'm not quite sure. And that's about it for this trip. Unfortunately, it wasn't a very long video. It's not a whole lot going on with this one. Just got done what I could get done. Track bar. Need to do track bar, and I got to find a pitman arm. So if everybody has an extra pitman arm laying around, that'd be wonderful. I could use that. I think it's a regular drop pitman arm. I'll have to see. It looks like a drop track bar bracket. I'll have to call up some buddies, see if anybody's got anything laying around, but that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and like and subscribe.